EA Sports.
He's like, because I'm always constantly.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, you might not have been paying attention to the episode.
That's when it was at the table and she had a Vietnam outfit on and they was talking.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but just a line from the movie, which that's what they were hinting at, was from the movie, is when he got ripped apart, the first thing he did was have to learn how to put himself back together.
Now for Nick Chubb.
So
and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
There could be two Dr.
Manhattan, swallowed up because what they're hoping,
or she just has some version of his powers.
And move laterally,
but
and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Put himself back together. But that's the question. Did they really destroy him?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Movie. So, how much you doing? What are y'all playing?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, we Drew Lock gone. Drew Lock. Let's go. Lock who dropped. Who we got now? Huh? Somebody help me. Help me.
Your microphone.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun.
So I hope I'm not ruining Dr. Manhattan for anybody who's listening.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
No, I can't be coming through. I cut that shit off.
Ready. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll come with Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
I ain't saying nothing.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick
I hear you. Damn, I am coming through the TV screen. There goes
normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
Oh, come on.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers 18.
Yeah, man, I'm going to watch it again tonight. Man.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Lock now on 1st down.
It's a good movie.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Instant
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Yeah, I got to get this instant lit, dog.
This is taken at the 3.
What you doing? Lighting this instant.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Man, that instant strong. Strong instant hip. God damn.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now they try the right side here.
Come on, give me that, G.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That's what we was working on, Seafood.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Great.
The playoffs working on one.
Let's go. Hey, check Mike 27.
Newton now to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, the pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
To throw is Newton. Got his target, Samuel. 23 yards, the final tally.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
You're set, ready?
27. Come on. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Great.
From just shy of midfield, Newton, that's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now they'll pitch it out here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From midfield, here's Locke. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already got into the end zone.
He was so wide open, I
make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
just looking at the nigga like,
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute unbelievable punt.
Nigga shit
Down to
break
the
it
inside
down.
the 5-yard
Like,
line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
You really didn't know he's X-Factor?
Nah, that's Curtis.
Oh, no. I'm looking at it. No, I'm sorry. I'm in the NG.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I know who you. I know what he is over there. That nigga is the next guy over there.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Let's go.
He takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gun.
Oh, boy.
Out of the gun, Newton. His throw incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hang out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Why you sound all jealous? You like,
From the gun, here's Newton. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Charlie. Mike, check, 59. Ready?
Locked to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
3rd and 12.
Everybody want to. All right, so we want to go to that out route. All right, we're going to the out route. So.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
What do you want to do?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. It's caught. Beckham. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
We've been bullshit. Get to the offense. Offense now. We've been bullshit.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Newton. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
No.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Shut that shit up.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
2nd and 20. Get me 10 yards. Give me 10 yards, bro. Give me 10 yards. Oh, give me 10 yards.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Who can make a play? Like T.O. say, I can. Who can make a play?
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 44.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. From the 50, Newton. is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Throwing again. Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers out following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
27, check right, 27. Blue down.
From the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Browns drive about to get started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
6-6, pull it high. Quad. Check 4.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Ready. 90, Wolf. Hey, high 7. Get in, 81. Watch that in. That is right. Snap.
Throwing on first down is Locke. It's caught by OBJ. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Number 1 running back skipping the
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game.
Are we better than Jonathan Taylor?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
What about your boy that you got on your team? You don't know your running back.
Najee Harris. Tenny, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Time to go. Offense looks bad, that's just absolutely terrible. Let's go. Time to motherfucker go. It just, I don't know what's going on right now. But it's just not what let me fire that incense up, man, because I want it to smell good in here. Where's that incense? Where did it go?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and 5.
Anticipate coverage because it's been coming in third down, so maybe it's down and just show it again. And then, okay.
Ready?
Okay.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. SOS. Gun.
Check Mike 27. They're not ready for this, man.
But Royce was running it, so we're going to run with it.
Y'all playing.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Chill out.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want
time. But they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Going around with that instance.
Extra
I know, I'm
point
sitting
attempt to
over here
come
firing
here.
it up like, oh, I got this covered.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Guess what? Odell Beckham won't make another catch. I can tell you that shit.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I like that nigga right now. Score here, get the ball back, score again, 20-14.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there. Right from the start, we've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Grow up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's put that team on the clock.
To throw again. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Know your job. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Operating from the gun. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Check 15. Check 15.
A toss play to Chubb. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 36, Locke. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Set, ready? 60 or. Pilot, 64. Weak. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Ready?
Lock now on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Odell Beckham, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, man, it's not even 2nd and half yet.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Gun. Back D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
A final shot before the break. Newton flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Set. 180. 53 is the mic. Express. Double. Great. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
From the 29, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
That happened. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions and coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 2nd and 9, Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Thank you for reminding me.
That quarterback is much. You see Cam Newton, that nigga's trash. I'm trade block right now, whoever wants it. Yo.
Great.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
Did you watch
the Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Do you think Donald Trump should be impeached? The question should be, do you want to live in a dictatorship or monarchy or democracy? And then that's how you go for the peace. We'll just roll.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I thought
and again, it's Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Just because I think about this little thing, Eli gonna retire, never losing Houston, Oakland, or Miami, but never beating San Diego or Indy. And I just remember, much like Belichick when he benched Butler, when the Giants benched Plaxico Burress.
No, I don't give a hook.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Cleveland. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Your call has been forwarded to an
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with his field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a third one, and still not even get to midfield. That's a daunting task for this offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let me know you get on the board first. Come back to your trip.
Here's Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
That shit looks so stupid. Bro. Yeah, I might retire off of Madden after watching that play for real.
On first down, Newton. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away to 2nd down.
Straight bum bashing or whatever. He was using like a defensive end or linebacker. And that bitch went a big circle to the right going backwards. Circle back to the left and then circle back to the middle. And it just looked, I mean, he covered so much ground so fast, it was...
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Don't make me tweet. I don't want to tweet. I don't want to keep wasting my tweet.
Throwing again. Newton. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
You should use your tweet on justice. No justice, no peace. That's what I read about in the book. Believe it.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Again, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Gun. Check Mike 27. Check Mike.
Newton on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Great.
You should know this girl name.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
To throw again. Newton. And this
That
is
pass in his head
incomplete.
like a mother.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing to look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Too high.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 26. Let's go one more. Mike 27.
Newton throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I'll be back if my headphones come on. If not, then we can keep on talking.
Here we go. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
Great.
I'm here all day.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Whoever number 6 is getting cut after this game. I don't know who that is. But he got to get the fuck out of here.
Matchbox lights.
On the ground is Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
We got this.
What you got going on? You got class going on?
No, he didn't get back.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Oh, well, if he knew that before he went, he shouldn't have went.
It's for his job.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
He's like, yeah, I'm not supposed to be doing this.
53.
From the gun, Newton. And his throw here's incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Yes, you're right. They have had no room to breathe. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Go back to the drawing board.
Operating for the gun. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
NGZ, I have my complete team, but we lead the division.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, the cheering right there on the break arc there.
We ready for the street.
They run it again with Chubb.
We're going to be watching
and
it.
He'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun on third down, Lock. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because the coverage was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On 1st and 10, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Favorite plays of all time.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 8.
Check hot route. Hot.
Express. And DJ Moore.
From the gun, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line. Gun.
To the air again, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The 1st down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Chubb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And an alley to run. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 12, Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
How'd that comeback looking?
Gun. Not like a comeback at all.
So when LL Cool J started that song, you could have stopped right after the first sentence. Don't call this a comeback.
Great.
Stop.
Throwing
Cut.
on 3rd and long. Newton.
Why do you
The pressure
I
too
didn't want you
great,
to
and he
fucking
goes
pump.
down
That's
once
why
more.
I think I need to.
Ja'Kai Polite. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line.
How many controls you got in the house?
The other one dead, I got it on charge.
Just in general, how many controls you got?
They run. Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Time has passed, nigga. How long you had
Got
him? 2 years ago, nigga. So, yeah. So that's what I got him. But just like those,
just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Well, let me ask you a question. How many controllers did you trade in?
What has happened here is irrelevant to it.
How many controllers did you trade in?
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the carry, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Automatic dub.
Billy?
Only you know. EVW,
Yeah, I might trade him for his first.